Remember that joke? What an episode. Finally did it. Finally got a Beetle. Okay, now I've seen this car already, obviously, so my co-host Peter today hasn't seen the car, so let's get his first reaction to seeing the car. Peter! Beetle time. This is my latest co-host Peter. I can't seem to keep him. I'm pretty bad at keeping co-hosts. So yeah, let's look at this ridiculous car.
You can't beat a good Passat.
Yeah, first reactions, Peter. Yeah, it's nuts how they can be in such poor condition but still look so cool. Beetles are just an absolutely iconic shape. And check it out, Pete. So the cool thing about this car is it's an old Irish reg as well, which they stopped doing that in January 87. They went to like 87 LK. But this is the old Irish reg system, and there's not many of them left, and it's just cool to have one.
This is the year, is it?
Yeah, it's from the 12th century. So yeah, there's a collection of other past episode cars here as well. So the Golf. Unfortunately, the Golf died. I blew up the engine after about 4,000 miles of driving, which in fairness is pretty impressive considering it was parked for 17 years. This yoke is almost sold. A guy wants it for the engine. So we're going to have a quick look around this car, see what we're dealing with. It's like the car is hanging. Like it's in really poor shape. Perfect. The whole car looks completely falling apart. We're a bit tight in space here, so what we might do as well is pump up the wheels that need to be pumped up, and we might pull it out this way a bit, just to give us a better room to walk around. But, yeah, we can cut scene to that maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to make your way back here. So yeah, the whole car is rotten. Like, look, it's like there's just vast parts of this car that just are no longer there. Like, it's insane. It's so crazy.
When you see what I just did there.
1, 2, 3, wow!
So this door, you have to pull this out to get the door to open. And
Ooh, a fine old drop.
Look at the whole car, look. Like the whole firewall and roof of the car is flexing. It's totally rotten.
Perfect.
There's nothing left holding the floor on, so yeah. So the idea of me opening this door was so we could do the glove box ladder.
Yes, indeed.
Fag butts.
You're never finished finding rand SH1T.
Another Wally picture.
Bag bud. Oh yeah.
Oh, those posh bastards.
Arachno alarm.
Come on, Chief, I got that.
Please, Nazi war memorabilia.
I'll try and open that door for you, will I?
Yeah.
Oh my god, the crunch.
I tell you what, I can't wait to sit on that.
Look how cool everything is in here. Look how old. Oh, straight away I'm seeing brake parts. So that might be a good indicator of why this car was moving, rolling so easily. Maybe the previous guys that had it took them out to get the car freed up to put it on a trailer or something. good opportunity actually to mention the guy I got this car off, Trevor Brady. Absolute legend, big in the VW scene, but was familiar with the show, and when I reached out looking for the floor of one of these for another project, he gave me this whole car and delivered it to me. Couldn't have been sounder about it, so big up Trevor. Thanks a million.
Good man, Trev.
Alrighty, what are we looking at? So let's just start pulling the bits out that are here. That is a running board, so that would connect. See the running board out here along the outside?
Oh yeah.
So this is the driver side running board. So that's FUBARD. Alright. This is goes in the back. It's just a piece of kind of like just a panel basically. Don't know what that is. Has a VW sign on it, but I have no idea what it is. You see down here, yeah? Yeah. It's just our door handles and parts.
It's the throttle.
It's taken off here, so we're good. Yeah. Well, let's see what else. So check this out. This is all eaten by rats.
Oh.
So that's nice. So I'm foreseeing when we pull the seat up, we're probably going to see some kind of a nest as well.
Brilliant.
There's a nice
That's a light.
Yeah. Look at that nest. I have a feeling we are both going to be putting on gloves soon. Just look at here, look. Zoom in on that. Look, there's actual marks where they've eaten stuff, you know. That's the heater channels on a Beetle. And it is stinking. Look, just zoom around. They've eaten all this stuff to make nests somewhere else, like all over the car. It's insane. Gross. This is a door card. We'll move that out of our way, show off some more stuff that's in here. This is our back seat. So these fold up because in a Beetle the battery is here under the back seat. Kind of an awkward position, but I suppose when the engine's in the back it makes sense. So let's have a quick look at this. That's how it would normally look.
That's alright, isn't it?
No, it's fucked, but kind of alright. Bits and pieces, an old burlap sack. What's this?
Oh, that's fucking cool now, isn't it?
What is it? Nitratos de Portugal. I've no idea what that is. I wonder, is that like in the car a long time? Well, longer than 97 anyway. That's nuts. So yeah, I suppose one thing that's great is I'm standing on the floor and I'm not.
Oh, she's supporting you.
Hold on. That's amazing for a Beetle, and especially one in this condition that I haven't gone straight through it. When I stood into the murk in the last episode, I went straight through the floor instantly. Oh, check out the old seatbelts. Look at the old latches. That's so cool. Everything's so absolutely destroyed.
And kind of smells like rat piss.
Gross. Oh, sweet, look. Another hubcap.
Oh, yeah.
Beauty. I'm so glad I have a co-host that knows so much about cars. So good. Right. So we have an ashtray.
Yep.
Just solid rust.
Solid hash.
Different kind of cancer. Cool. Right. Glove box lottery time.
Let's
Ready?
do it. There'll be gas. That's where the rats were.
What is that? Right, let's have a look.
Oil.
Oh, it's such a cool old one though. Look at that. Hermetite, universal brake and clutch fluid. That's cool. That's like a keeper. Urine sample, Agnes, the 26th of
That's the
February
smell of
96 for Dr. O'Toole. It's in a Powers bottle. It's in a Powers bottle. Amazing. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Trevor Brady probably has something to do with that.
Yeah, I'll sell it to you, Jack, for 300 €.
300 kids, take it away, no problem. Oh, there's the remnants of my tax disc. Cool. Oh no, wait, no, it's the top of an ice cream.
Cornetto.
Oh my god. This is the car that just keeps on giving. And by that I mean there's nothing left in there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think the bottle of piss makes up for them.
Our
the lack
Powers
of
urine
stuff.
sample.
Oh, it's quite thick.
It's clearly oil. I'm definitely gonna call Trevor Brady out in this. Brilliant. Alrighty, so we've no steering lock. I'm assuming that Volkswagens this age didn't have steering locks because I don't have a key in it, and I don't know if there is a key, which is no big deal. We can get around that, but it's really basic. It's showing 64,000 miles, almost 65, which is probably loads for this, but nothing relatively. I have no idea what that is. I'm not too familiar with Beetles. Can you zoom in as well? Look, every knob has been partially eaten. You can see actual teeth marks from like mice and rats on every knob. It's on the door handles or the locks for the doors. Check that out, look. That's all like teeth marks and them eating the rubber. It's mad that they're attracted to eating that kind of plasticky rubbery stuff. It's weird, I've seen that before in cars, but... Oh, we need to check our boot as well. And where's the boot on one of these cars? Up the front.
Handy, yeah.
That is pretty
There's more of those.
I'm just going to step in here. So here is where the chassis plate is, and this is supposed to be a spare wheel well. There's supposed to be a whole piece of metal here where a spare wheel sits into. That's the front of it, and there's supposed to be like a whole extra bit of metal there for you literally to sit a spare wheel into. Obviously not. More old burlap sacks. What's this one?
50 kg.
Certified Georgie seed barley. Cool. Albatross fertilizer. Yeah, it's probably giant rats in this car. Alright, more plastic. We've an old school pump. That's completely fucked. This is the petrol tank on a Beetle. They're up the front, which is, yeah, because the engine's in the back, there's nowhere to put it. So petrol tank's up here. Doesn't look to be completely shagged, but I don't think we're going to be using it one way or the other anyway. We're probably going to feed this from a little baby tank somewhere else. What else is in here? Just our wiring. This is all standard Beetle stuff. That's the back of our glove box. So some kind of inverted glove box lottery joke there. Cool. Look at this headlight bucket. It's like almost completely detached. So the headlight for the car that's inside in the car would have been in here, but the bucket, that's part of the wing, but it's so rusted off it's actually come away from the wing entirely, like, you know. That's so shagged. So check this out. There you go, you're good. This is triplex Ireland toughened glass, so this is called Irish glass. So this is an Irish assembled Beetle. So these Beetles would have been flat packed, made in Germany, flat packed and shipped over here to a facility. You know, I can't remember which county you're in actually. I'll double check that, but yeah, they were put together here. So this is an Irish assembled Beetle. So it's a cool little bit of history. I suppose the next port of call is to. Nice, Jesus Christ. This car is so rusty. I'm gonna have to get tetanus shots today, I think. Alrighty, I suppose the next port of call is to check out the engine. So this car, I've had this car for a couple of months and it's been on the back burner. It's kind of been queued to be done, so we're finally getting around to it. So previously I had an opportunity to have a quick look at the engine, so we knew what we were getting into, and I found that the engine was actually seized. So what I did was I filmed myself freeing up the engine, and we're going to cut to that now. I found it's turning. So yeah, I needed a couple of love taps. Like I said, with this one, just seized from sitting in the same place for so long. Kind of like me after an hour sitting on a couch. Well, it's all there.
So what is the story with the engine?
So Volkswagen engines are air cooled. They've no water system, no radiator, and they're a boxer formation, which means instead of like an inline 4-cylinder engine, the pistons are all going, or they're inline, they're going up and down like this. This one has 2 going this way and 2 going that way. So they move like this. So there's nothing like up here. This is a fan shroud, of cooling stuff, and this is all our setup, our alternator, our generator, our carburetor, our distributor cap, but the actual guts of the engine are down here and going this way as opposed to going up. So not unique, but kind of unique, you know, that Volkswagen kept that format for a long time with the Beetle. But yeah, we're just having a quick look around. No, not anymore, but the famous Subaru Impreza, the rally car, that used the boxer engine successfully in rallying, like, was very competitive.
Colin McRae, shout out.
Colin McRae. But yeah, so what we are going to have to do here now is, we know the engine's free now, because I just showed you, and now we have to clear out all this shit, see what we're dealing with, see is there anything missing, is there anything broken, and see what we can do as regards whether we can get the thing to start or not. So we're going to have to look at the basics. We're going to have to look at fuel delivery, spark delivery, and I suppose whether we have compression and stuff. Are the mechanicals of the engine still intact as well? So I'm seeing an oil dipstick here. Let's have a quick look. So just gonna stick that in there.
That's actually originally what pockets were made for, isn't it?
Yeah, oil pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. We've almost full oil.
There you go.
It's pretty dirty and it smells like oil, so I'm happy with that. Cool. That's encouraging. There's no, like, if that oil was like creamy, it would mean that water got in there and it was mixing with the oil and it turns into like a milkshake or a coffee colour, and that's a bad sign. That means you're probably going to run into trouble. That's good looking
Or
oil.
a serious milkshake.
Yeah, it'd be the worst milkshake you've ever had in your life. Let's have a look at this and see what is or isn't in there. Doesn't look too bad. It looks like it was running rich years ago, decades ago, but there's no dirt or a rat's nest or anything in there. I'm noticing this little, I think this is our choke arm is bent. I'm gonna bend it back to where it's supposed to be. Yeah, carbs all free, feels good, looks pretty good. I'm seeing 2 wires disconnected here. So what am I looking at? This is, this green wire is the signal from our distributor to tell our coil. Oh, that's what's going on. We're missing a coil. Aha. That's going to stop us running today, but I'm pretty sure I have a spare one in the shade. So see these wires? Look, we've got a bunch of wires here that are plugged to nothing. We're missing a coil, and that's what's sending the spark into basically our spark plugs eventually. So yeah. Oh shit. Oh, is this an oil bath? Hardly. Oh, it is too, you know that? So this is an oil bath filter system. So instead of using like a paper air filter, this is sucking the air through an oil bath, which means it's going to be super clean by the time it gets out of it. So yeah, wish I knew that a minute ago. I think we should clean this now before we do anything else. What you reckon?
Let's do it.
I'm already about 15 cuts into this car. Rat piss, mad laugh. Right, I'm gonna go get a little knee pad for myself because I'm old now. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so have a nice close look at this. So I'm gonna pop this off. I'm going to have a look at the condition of our distributor, all our guts, alright? So we're popping it off here and here, and then it's coming away. And doesn't look too bad. So for this is making a connection to the top of our distributor, whatchamacallit, put the word in my mouth, Peter.
Montepranza.
Yeah, our Montepranzas. Yeah. So our distributor, basically everything looks good. Kind of chewing words there for a minute I was. Yeah. I might have a second go at that in a minute. So this is our distributor arm, okay? And that looks fine. Our distributor cap also looks fine. I'm gonna pull this off if I can and have a look at our points. So underneath here, ooh, the points look terrible. They're in terrible condition. So at a minimum, we're gonna be cleaning all this shite off, sticking a little piece of sandpaper between them, trying to clean them, see if we can get a reliable spark. Everything is still there, it's just whether it's in good enough condition or not to work. We'll have to clean all these bits. There's corrosion on all the points we're looking at here, so we're going to have to clean all this stuff to just make sure we have nice connections with everything. Same in here, look. The surfaces of all these guys, the spark is travelling out through here. So as this moves around, it's getting a spark in through here from the coil, it's travelling through this and out here, and whichever receiver here it's nearest to, it sends the spark, and that is relating to one cylinder, and the cylinder has to be in the right place to use that spark as well. So what we're calling timing. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. Not too bad,
Class.
not too good.
Right, what's next in the engine?
We're just going to generally check over stuff. This is a vacuum advance, so it's coming from the carb. When we rev the engine, it's going to create more of a vacuum down here, and it's going to slightly change the timing of the spark delivery. So that's going to help the engine run better, depending on how hard it's being used, basically. So this is our fuel pump. It's a mechanical fuel pump. It's basically same thing, it's cycling away there and it's pulling fuel from the tank and it's sending it up here into our carburetor. Into our carburetor balls, they fill up, and then our carburetor has a supply of petrol. This is an alternator or a generator. I'm assuming this is seized solid. Oh no, it isn't. Jesus Christ. Did you hear that's the spot there where it's stiff? That's where it was sitting since '97.
No way.
Where it was in contact. No, this here, listen, that's perfect. You can't even hear it, but it has.
So
that,
when you turn, you hear that, you're listening to 97.
yeah. So listen to this. This is 97 FM. You ready? Looks like a techno radio station. But yeah, that's the crack. See if I can make it through a full rotation. So see, is anything holding us up? Have we got one cylinder? Oh, that's actually nice and free now since the last time. Ooh, see now, straight away now we're after running into a really tight spot. So you can see here, it's loose, but when we get to there, it's locked. So that could be a number of things. But no, also I can Beetle it, box engine. It's probably a valve that's stuck here. So it's hitting a valve that should be closing, but it's not. So yeah, it is what it is. Could end up being loads of work or little. You can pop the covers off the side of these engines and check a valve. We can hammer it or go and have a look at it. I'll see if it'll move for me with a bit of persuasion here and see what happens. Oh yeah, that's starting to tighten the crank nut bolt instead of moving the engine, so that's not great. I'll go back the other way and see how many cycles we can go through here. No, I'm locked the other way now. So yeah, I'm starting to loosen the bolts. Okay. We'll keep working this forward and backwards a couple of times, see can we work it loose, and if not, we'll have to jack it up, take off the sides of the engine and see what the story is. I'm of the opinion, whether I'm right or wrong now, is that we're not hearing a definitive clunk of it hitting something. It could be just a stiff spot somewhere. I'm gonna mark this crank so I can see what way it's turning. See a little mark in it there so we can keep an eye on the position of it if it does start to move a bit for us. Is it moving up a bit, is it?
Well, it's definitely after the marks after it. Yeah.
It did move a little bit, so maybe it is a rust ridge so on the cylinder liner. It's possible, and either that or we're slowly bending a valve. I hope not.
So what would the next protocol be?
Well, I'm suspecting it's rust on the cylinder liner, so I'm gonna take out the spark plugs now if I can. Could be famous last words there. And take out the spark plug, so at least then we'll have no compression. It'll be easy to move the engine around. And then after that we might take off these rocker covers and we'll be able to see if a valve is stuck, if one is moving or not. If all our valves are moving, then it's more than likely a rust issue, and the inside where the piston is getting stopped from moving by a ridge of rust that's grown, that's like basically formed around the cylinder liner. Right, first of all, let's see if the leads come out. Beautiful, they all look pretty decent. Now let's see if that's the right size socket. Oh yeah, first time, not too bad. Let's see if, oh sweet,
Look at that.
That's encouraging. Hopefully the other three do that as well. Alrighty. Ooh. They actually look really good. Is it speck of rust? But that might have happened as I was taking it out.
Yeah.
That actually looks great. World champion spark plugs. That's brilliant. I'm delighted with what I'm seeing. Again, running rich, fouled all black. That's fine. That's something we can fix ourselves easily. So excellent so far.
Nice.
Let's keep going and see what the rest of them are like. Yeah, we're on. Let's see. Oh, sweet.
Look at that.
All right, what do you reckon, Pete? Are you calling it? What condition?
Same as the first one.
Fingers crossed. Oh, I nearly lost it. Hold on. Still in the engine, look. Just saved it. Yeah, same condition. That's dust, me dropping it. Looks pretty sweet. So we're going to call this one 3.
Yeah, good cause. 1, 2, and then 3.
Perfect. 3.
5.
What are they called?
Spark plugs?
No, what's the fucking... Not a horsefish. What's it called? You know the yolks, what are they called? A seahorse!
A horsefish!
Okay, so we've got spark plug lead number 1, 2, number starfish. Starfish!
Oh shit!
Oh my god, I'm having a stroke. I know from watching other guys online doing Will It Runs and doing Beetles, Musty1, absolute hero of mine on YouTube. He always mentioned that there's one of these cylinders, one of the back ones is always tends to be stiffer than the other ones. I think it might be that one over there. What I have is number 1, but it could be number 3. I don't know. He knows Beetles inside out, but there's always a stiff one, so hopefully we're not going to see that. Did I make a good point there, did I?
You did.
It's coming out, but it doesn't feel as nice as the other ones. There was a bit of crunch at the start, and now it's just kind of generally kind of resistant a bit. Okie dokie. Right, that one doesn't look as good. That's got a bit of a build up on it. It's rusty on the inside. So this might be a telltale to where our issue is.
Yeah.
No, that one feels fine. That one feels just like the other ones. What I'm going to do now, regardless, is I'm going to spray oil into these spark plug holes in the engine and that helps wet down the area, and just a generally good thing to do to an engine that's been standing for a long time. Like before we try and fully start this, we'd make sure that the cylinders were oiled so we're not scratching the surfaces and it's not all dry. Yeah, that one looks fine like the other 3, so we've one
So it's just the one,
suspect. Seahorse cylinder is suspect.
Are you going to put that online?
Yeah, I am. Peter's filming it right now. Sorry.
Can the people hear what we're saying?
They can.
Okay.
You gonna say hi to them?
Hello, everyone. Alright, so I've just oiled all 4 cylinders, so that's a good thing to do regardless of the condition of the engine when it's sitting up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and turn this engine again. So it's much easier to turn now because there's no compression. And now we're back to our spot.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yes!
So there you go. Bit
Wow.
of oil fixing our problem.
How
Yeah.
about that, huh?
That's very satisfying.
I told you.
Alrighty. Now the engine is turning freely. Like I can turn it by hand and take my finger off. I can turn this by hand, so we're good. So now we get to go back to our spark timing and fuel issue. So that's what we're going to go at next. So our engine we know is turning. Mega result.
Brilliant, yeah.
Yeah. So I bought this coil. I can't remember, did I buy this coil for the Merc or for another car in an episode it was missing. I can't remember, it might have even been for the Jag. But it should do a job for us today. So let's see how we get on.
What car did you buy that for?
So that's the crack. So we've our plus and negative, you can see it. Yeah?
Yeah.
So yeah, so the negative is going to get a signal from our distributor, which is this wire here. And the positive, we're just going to run a wire from a battery to attach directly to it, because we're not using the car's wiring system, because I don't have a key. I'm nearly positive I don't have a key anyway. So this is the crack. Look. That's it.
Done.
Yeah, and then a positive onto that side. And then we'll stick it in. This is the way they usually sit in the Beetle. See those? It was ripped off.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
usually did kind of hang around there somewhere like that.
Yes, please.
So this wire that we have touching the positive terminal of the battery is now going to give power to the coil, and it's going to piggyback over to this fuel shut off as well. So that's our wiring sorted. We've no spark. We'd be seeing a spark jump there if we did. Oh yeah, that battery shite. That's a bit more promising. Okay. We're ruling out problems we have here now, so we just want to see, it was a weak battery our problem. No, we still have thick oil spark. Okay, so we have voltage there. Right, so we have power across our points here. That's when they open and close is the issue, I think. Yay! We're working. Sweet.
That's
we have
nice.
spark.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Let's zoom in and check it again. So as we go flat, they're closing now, and we're coming on to a high. We're coming on to a high point of the lobe now. They lift. Okay, we didn't get it that time. That's okay though. We are getting it. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
See that?
Yeah.
So it's making like a poor spark. That should be like a white spark, which means it's getting a lot of power through it. We've got like an orange spark, and it's intermittent. It's not a great setup, and it's because our points are shite. We'll keep cleaning those points. That's what's holding us up, Peter. Set of points, by the look of things, is holding up the whole show. €5 apart. Again, usually you should just buy the feckin' points, but we live in Ireland, so buying points for a Beetle is see you in 2 weeks kind of thing. So we gotta try and make the old stuff work, which is the whole point of the show, isn't it?
That's it.
Fix the old shit and stop buying new stuff.
That would be a
That
good
is the
name for the
premise.
show, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
But see the way smoke and burn
Yeah.
came off that? It's burning, and that point of contact is burning, and it's not making it the next time. Because what we've done there is when that sparks, it's burned both the ends, and the next time they close, it's two burnt parts touching, and they're not making that contact again. So it's like false hope. Let's see what happens again. Yeah, see, we got one spark and it stopped again. Yeah. So that should be, every time we're opening and closing it there, you can actually see where it sparked. It has a big mark, a burn mark. So every time that does that, it should go spark, 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 and it's not. So that's a pain in the hole. Ah, we're getting there. We've got bad points. Alright, we're going to try for spark again. What's going to probably happen here is we're going to get one spark again and then not. And you see a bit of smoke will come off with burning our contact. So, one spark. Oh no.
Hey.
Yeah. Now it's working. We've got spark every time now, so I'm happy with that. That's a good healthy spark. That means all we need to do now is get the engine to spin and add fuel and it should run. So yeah, that's it. It happens quickly, you know. All of a sudden we have the means of getting the engine to run. Starter on the Beetle is in here. It's in behind the wheel and the front part in there. It's kind of hard to access. I wish I had a shagging key. I am jacking up this car now to attach a wire to our starter so we can see if this engine will turn on the starter, and after that then we're going to give it some fuel and see will it run. Exciting. Jesus, where do you jack up a rusty Beetle? Choose wisely, I might only get one chance.
Want to take it off altogether?
Yeah. It'll just give us a bit of access.
Yeah.
Just to speed up this process, I'm going to try and just bridge the two terminals on the starter, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means the starter's spinning, but our solenoid isn't engaged and pulling it out to meet the flywheel on the engine. So it's good, our starter sounds nice and free. We just need to get it to jump out. So we need to get our solenoid to work now, so that's good. We're getting there.
Sound like hedge trimmers.
Yeah.
Flash again there, Jack.
Alright, 1 sec. Yes, that's our solenoid going.
Class.
So yeah, we're on the right track. I just have it connected to the wrong terminal. So that's good. We're good. I think it'll work. Teasing us now. Just gonna jog that solenoid another couple of times. I think this is the right way.
Come on!
Yes! We let her turn over a few times, let her pick up a bit of oil. Unbelievable.
Fucking beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Happy days. That's killer. All we have to do now is reconnect our coil and spray petrol down the car, and we're
Just get insured.
yeah.
Grand.
Yeah. Just transfer my main policy.
Savage. This is the one.
All right. She gave a cough there just before.
Yeah, so
Very
close.
close. Okay, so. Okay. Oh man, so close. You can stop there for a minute.
Yeah, it's back in
Clip
the
that
thing.
back
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm going to hook fuel up to this because it's going to run. So I'm going to fill up the carb with some fuel now and see if it'll run on petrol. We're very close.
Just be gas if it was diesel all along.
I am filling up the float or the bowl in the carburetor I'm filling through this horn. And what this horn is if ever the flow or the bowl in the carburetor overflows, it'll pour out here and into the carb. So I'm just doing the reverse of that. I'm filling this with petrol until it comes out of it. Okay, so okay. I think we have sticky valves. It's trying to, but it's backfiring through the carb, which means I think some of the valves aren't closing properly. Might bring a car over. Oh no, I can't. I was going to bring the Corolla over the jump start. Oh no, I can use the Yaris. Just put it on the battery so there's more power. Okay, we've enlisted the power of a Yaris Versa. Okay, go! Okay! Oh, yes! Yes! Yes, it's running! Class!
Savage.
Yes!
Fucking
Good buzz.
hell, man.
It's only firing on about 2 cylinders, so we need to try that again, okay?
Come on, yeah.
So hang tough for a sec. Absolute sting.
Deadly.
Way too much. Perfect. Alright, go again. Class. Alright, go! Okay. Alright, again. Okay. Holy shit! Look at all this stuff it blew out of the exhaust.
Oh my god.
So cool. All right, let's keep going.
Savage.
Let's keep going. Okay, go again. I'm destroyed. It's an exhaust and engine hitting me everywhere. Oh my god,
That's fucking loud. Isn't it?
stupidly loud. The exhaust is all rotten there, look. Yeah, so like this is our exhaust and it's just not there and it's just absolutely roaring out of it. But what a successful mission. Look at the state of this car, Peter. Like, this car has no business being on the road. Look at it. One car at a time, we're keeping them alive.
Absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely class, Peter. Good job, Pete.
Thank you very much.
That is an unbelievable result. Insane, isn't it? How is that running like? No, it's barely running. It's firing on about 2 cylinders.
Yeah.
But once that clears out, if we get that to run there for a while and it will start to clear out, I'd say that thing will run like a top again. That is insane. Absolutely insane. Good laugh. Good buzz. Alright, so Peter had to go home, so Keith's back. So we know it runs just about, so we want to try and smooth it out now and do a few jobs to see if we can get it to move around and just idle maybe. Obviously I haven't been at it since Peter was here, so there's other cars around it now that we were at. So the Golf, I killed the engine in the Golf, so I'm putting a 1.9 diesel engine from a Mark III Golf into it. Drove that car home 110 miles and it was basically a wheeler run, but I couldn't film it because it was just me and Brian, so Brian doesn't know how to use a camera and I was driving, so alrighty, so I came on some spark plugs handy, so that's why I have them, and we're just going to fire them in. We're going to see about starting the car again and just basically see if we can get it to run smooth at all. That's all the focus is on today. So
Nice. Yeah, they're filthy, aren't they?
yeah, as opposed to this. No, they're not bad by any means, but like, there's like oil on them.
Yeah.
Like that, you know. These plugs will help us a bit, like until they quickly become destroyed in oil as well. The first 5 minutes here will be critical. It's like a stroke.
2-stroke? What's that fucking diagram?
Which? Oh, there's loads of cool diagrams on this. I have videos of a lot. That's the valve lash. You set the valve lash on these, like, you know. But they were back when these people had these cars new. People were doing it themselves, like.
Yeah.
So. Savage. Just using the force here, basically. Totally blind, like. Oh, there's 4 spark plugs into it anyway. So that's the coil, and then like I said, this is gonna start it, okay? So oh no. Whoa. Oh fuck it, I am. I attached to the negative of the coil instead of the positive like a dope. Yeah. My bad. Wasn't paying attention there. That's how you start a fire anyway. So yeah, that was intentional. I want to show you about car safety.
Take 2.
Look at the wire melted, like.
Smell it. Smell-o-vision, ladies and gentlemen. Oh.
Cool. Alright. So
Sounds like it wants to go.
that's the crack. So we're back to where we were now. Feeding this car with easy start and fuel and trying to get it to run effectively. This is working very well.
Did you just
Right,
fucking...
my feet.
Oh no. Right, shall we get you some water?
Yeah. Did I get away with it? You tell me.
Oh, hang on.
Did I get away with it? That stung.
You don't need 2 eyes.
Fucking hell. That's why we got 2 of them.
Don't see any drips, like.
Oh no, sure, it's all here. Worst case scenario, it's after feeding down and we're just filling up this area with it, like. Is that a hole?
That bad news?
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's the inlet. That's where the petrol is going. So that's what you'd call a vacuum leak.
Oh no.
Bollocks. Fuel goes down into here and into this cylinder. So that's not going to be happening anyway. What that is now is a huge vacuum leak. So that sucks. It's going to be sucking air there instead of through the carb. So it's not going to draw petrol in and it's not going to mix. So we're going to have to, for a start anyway, we're going to have to try and clean this shit out without it falling down into the valve. And then we're going to have to seal it up with something. Mad lad. Found a little magnet. We'll try and magnet out these few bits. That's gas. It's fucking filthy down there. Well, looks like we're a bit clearer now.
It's an inspirational minute there now. Light at the end of the tunnel, we're a bit clearer now. Come that kind of thing. God, have you tried Jesus?
You're a Catholic cars.
Yeah, imagine that. Just wanted a shot of you all for hoovering the hole. Hollywood, like, after all.
The amount of shit coming out of that when I pass it.
You wouldn't get him to hoover a floor, but he'd hoover rust
Over the
out
inside
of
of an intake manifold that you shouldn't be able to see. I'd say, yeah, really what we should be doing here is taking that off and hoovering out the where it's undoubtedly on the valve now, but we're going to go ahead and terminally damage the engine instead and run it, alright?
It's a different channel, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm going to put a piece of rubber or something here and just tape it up because it's cannibal cars. Wedge a piece of foam into and tape it closed.
Is that what they did from factory, is it?
So that's what we're doing. Taping it up.
Oh yeah, perfect.
It's like it was, like the hole was never there. Right, so we're back to where we were. So so far I've bust a hole in an intake, almost blinded myself in one eye, and I connected the power to the wrong side of the coil. So pretty good day, and the sun is shining. So next thing now is we're gonna set up a static camera. Keith's gonna be operating the starter and I'm gonna be operating the throttle, is what's gonna happen. So we're gonna set the camera up in such a way that we can see both of our reactions. Okay, so whenever you're ready. Oh yeah, way better. Savage. Well, that went well. That was worth losing an eye for. That's a class result. It actually ran. Like, it's still down a cylinder somewhere or something. But
Sounds great.
yeah, shitty, poorly running boxer engines always sound great.
Yeah.
Just bleh, so
Yeah, I
loud.
suppose.
So we need to hook fuel up to it now, really. So it'll feed fuel. Hopefully that fuel pump is working. So I have this little fuel tank off a kid's quad bike, but it even has a fuel filter in it. So I'm gonna just hook our fuel pump, which is this guy, up to this, and we'll have a feed of fuel for a while anyway, and we'll see will that make much of a difference to us. Because it actually ran quite well. So we're on to the next stage. See, can we get a fuel system running for a bit, and then see does the clutch working? Does it take a gear and move? So that wasn't long coming around.
This stuff is easy.
Simple. There, nice and neat. Look at that. That coil got riding. Another couple of minutes we'll be looking for a new coil. Yeah, it's going in there. Grand.
Okay.
So what we'll do is pour another bit of petrol into that horn, get it thrown again, and see how we're pulling fuel. Okay, I think that's us.
Right.
Yeah. Whoa, turn up! Alright, it's okay. Yeah, that pump fuel straight away, but I have a huge hole in the fuel line going into the carb. Fuel pump's working very well. It was ripping fuel down, perfect, but it started spraying out here. These fuel lines are all brittle and shite. So we just need a piece of hose that long, which I definitely don't have, but we might be able to concoct something from something else. There's a fuel line, hard line there, running all the way in. That was actually the feed into the carb.
From the tank.
Yeah, if I can remove that, I could put a rubber line on either end of it, and just shorten the amount of rubber line we need. I could even use a bit of this, because that's out of here. So yeah, that's what we're going to use instead, this bit of hard line.
She's fighting you.
No, I'm just cutting with a fucking wire stripper. It's in my hand, so I'm doing it.
Pity you don't have a shed full of tools.
No, I won't back down. This is just pure messing because we don't have anything. We're just literally working with what we have. This is as close to fucking bush mechanics as you're gonna get, like. So that's that anyway. Yeah, we'll roll with it and see how far it gets us.
It's a very neat job now.
Yeah. So we got it to fire up with fuel on the fuel pump, and the fuel pump works brilliant. But it blew a line straight away. The line post fuel pump, just before it goes into the filler for the carb, the ball for the carb, it pissed fuel up there, so I replaced it with what we had lying around. So that's where we're at. Yeah, that's about the size of it. So ready? I am. Yes! See ya! Brilliant! Good man, Beetle.
Right, so we need a switch.
Savage.
For that, do we?
Absolute class result. Yes.
Took a gear and went
Yeah,
like.
it just drove off. Like, that's ready to, yeah, it's ready to go. Like, you pump up that tyre, make it easier to drive, and yeah, see how far we can get in it. Basically, that is insane. It just runs perfectly. Like, savage. Look at all the rust and shit left behind.
Yeah.
Look at that. Amazing.
Get rid of this.
How, like, how did he just come back to life like that?
Why was it parked?
The amount of rust I hoovered out of the intake that was going directly into the engine, and it's just like, yeah, this is fine. I can operate under these conditions. Oh, we need to
Add fuel to this car that's
add
running
fuel and
driving.
drive. Yeah, all we need to do is add fuel to this car that's been off the road since 1997. Savage.
Unreal.
30 psi. 30. So
Oh, you can hear it. Listen.
Ah, shit. Pretty good now.
Nice.
Supposed to be rude not to put the belt on. That works in the maddest way, Keith.
Why?
Wait till you see how it works.
Yeah, like what's putting tension on that belt?
Yeah, wait till you see how it works. So this pulley is two pieces, and there's spacers on the inside.
Right.
And as you take out the spacers and tighten it back up, it makes the belt ride higher on the pulley, and that's how they adjust the tension.
That's
pretty cool.
genius.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Thing feels like it's about to break apart. started it. Oh, look, here it is. Jesus. Good Lord. It actually drives perfect. It just has 0 brakes. That is insane. Sounds amazing. Best day at not work ever. What a result. Oh man, what a day.
Unreal.
Good laugh. That was nuts. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I think that's going to do it, lads. Yeah, so we definitely have plans for that car that may or may not involve that red Yaris Verso over there. I'm going to let your imaginations run wild while you wait for that episode to come out, okay? So, yes, it will run. Yes, it will drive. Yes, we had a mad laugh. See you at the next episode.